In Part 18 of this Pokemon Reborn Hardcore Nuzlocke, I begin by sending more stolen money to Adrian to rebuild the Obsidia Ward. Afterwards, I run into Sandy, meet her in the Malchus Forest Park, and guillotine this Heracross to finish beating up some workers. Adrian provides some context, and Sandy chooses to ignore that context and instead head to the Water Treatment Center. After I earthquake some Gulpins into oblivion, Adrian stops Sandy from ruining the city again, but before heading to the final step of the side quest, I solve a pipe puzzle to get Alyssa the Goomy. The final thing Sandy does is flood an entire room filled with documents. Oh well, at least I got the Water MZ out of it. With this side quest out of the way, there's nothing to do besides head to the Fiore Mansion again. Amaria is in my sights, but as I catch up with her, I see her finishing a conversation with Lynn. I try to talk to her, but she takes a swim before I can challenge her. I chase after her once, and she's pretty insecure over Titania sending me to talk to her instead of going herself. She swims off again, and after tracking her down again, she reveals that even after her instances of amnesia, or perhaps lack thereof, she's figured out that Titania has no romantic feelings for him. The remainder of the second conversation and the third one reveal exactly why Titania stayed. Without her, Amaria's extremely unstable, evidenced by her trying to kill me. That was unexpected. Titania rescues me, and in no uncertain terms, finally breaks up with Amaria. At this point, I know Amaria's been dealing with a very tough situation while being pretty fragile mentally herself, but that doesn't excuse her trying to kill me. And so, I decide to hold nothing back, catching Ryuga the Shellos in Azurine Lake and giving up my opportunity to get Mudkip. It's time to demolish Amaria Fiore once and for all. Amaria leads with Starmie and I instantly nuke it with the debut of Mega Beedrill, sending out Olive on the free switch. This gives me a Storm Drain boost on the incoming Surf, which is wasted as Kingdra forces me to switch into Kanoom, who easily kills with Moonblast. Swampert comes in and I get another Storm Drain boost on the field boosted Dive. Amaria throws by bringing the fight back to the surface, the easier field for me to deal with, as Green takes out Kip Kip. I use an eject button to bring Indigo back in on Ludicolo, getting some chip on Wishiwashi as a result. Then, I bait another dive for a Storm Drain boost, letting me kill Wishiwashi with +1 Earth Power on the next turn. With only 2 Pokemon left, Amaria sends out Ludicolo, once again giving me an easy switch to Indigo on Giga Drain. Once again, Amaria switches out, bringing out Deliverance to Lapras. And against Deliverance, I have one plan: Perish Song. As Lapras sets up, I let the Perish counter tick down and try to bring in Olive on the penultimate turn, but when executing this fight, I forgot that I was supposed to use Gothitel's eject button before Deliverance came out. As such, Lapras isn't trapped on the final turn of Perish Song. But Amaria doesn't switch out. She lets Deliverance go down and give me a Storm Drain boost in the process, locking her final Pokemon to Giga Drain with a Quad Resist in the back. Indigo finishes off Indiana with Poison Jab, and I avenge my attempted murder. With 2 gym badges remaining, Julia informs me that Calcedon City is under attack. Let perhaps the hardest split of Pokemon Reborn begin.